知道你。
嘿，大家好，大家好，今日有新嘅開箱，我們今天又來一個新的開箱。これはHEX Collectibles のUchiha Sasuke Mangekyo Sharingan Kekkei Genkai ね。Hi everyone, welcome back to HEX Collectibles. Whew, guys, this piece I have been tracking down for months. I mean, for months. I missed the PO by a day. I sat on it, and when I finally decided to buy it, I said, all right, I'll just do it in the morning. I'm sleepy now. Woke up in the morning, went to buy it. Somebody else bought it from under me. I must have been tracking this down for at least 4 months now. With HEX, because they were a newer company, a lot of people didn't quite know them or how stuff would turn out. You started to see the first pictures in the hands of collectors in China, and that's when I saw how awesomely well they did the clear resin on the Susano. And by that point, it was game over. There is no finding this piece. I recently got to know Marcos, who runs Collector Zone, and he randomly had one in stock, and I snapped it up like immediately. Go check out the Facebook group, the Collector Zone Cantina. All the best discount codes you're gonna find in that Facebook group. For Naruto, Sasuke is probably like my all-time favorite character. It might have been episode 200 in Shippuden, where Sasuke is fighting Danzo for the first time, and it's the first time we see him release the Mangekyo Sharingan. This is the very first time in the battle with Danzo that we see Sasuke unleash the Susano. This is a really cool piece. It's got a really cool Chidori. Pretty much as soon as when the pictures got in the hands of collectors in China, finding this became near impossible. Finding it on a Chinese market plus shipping would have been almost double. So this was one where after the pictures released, anyone who had this on PO, on pre-order, no one was canceling and no one was letting it go. So I'm very happy to get this piece in. Without further ado, I'm Pain Collectibles. This is HEX Collectibles Sasuke Uchiha with the Susano. Let's go. Alright everyone, this box for Sasuke is a lot bigger than the Naruto one. I was kind of expecting it to be about the same, but then, you know what, it's a Susano, I'm not complaining. Right here we have the top layer. Looks like everything's packaged really well. If I remember correctly, these are going to be the Susano pieces, I think, but let's take a look. Knocking it out of the park. The clear resin is done so well on the Amaterasu flames. All I have to say is a big hell yeah on this, because check this out. This is the Susano hand that's going to be grabbing the look at how awesome this clear resin is. Look at how the light hits transparent resin and the different various gradations. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I sincerely love opening up anime pieces, especially when they are done this well. This is one of the Susano hands, the one likely holding the sword. Oh my god, so awesome. Here's another piece of the Amaterasu. Here's the back of Sasuke's sword. It's kind of cool because it's actually made of metal. Another piece of the base with the Amaterasu flame. Just look at how beautiful this transparent resin is, guys. This is the head of the Skeletal Susano. Guys, this is awesome. So one thing, I'm not a fan of the way these yellow eyes are. I don't know. I think they could have been done a little bit differently. This is more of an art direction choice though, not a manufacturing thing, but look at the clear resin. Oh my goodness. This is a Skeletal Susano done so perfectly right. I mean, this is why you go licensed, guys. Look at this. This even looks like sinew muscles, even though I know they're not there. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Look at the spine. Cervical spine. Oh my goodness, look at how amazing. Holy shit. Oh. This looks like muscle tissue all sculpted in. This is like, the paint job is amazing. And flame effects, super cool. Alright guys, that's the top layer unwrapped, and everything just looks so awesome. Hex did such a great job with the translucent resin, the Amaterasu flame effects. I mean, oh my god, it's so awesome. Let's go to the second layer. Here we have the metal card that it comes with. I never actually registered this one. I need to do both of these. I forgot that I had to take apart the bottom layer. Underneath the second layer, there is a compartment that has this giant care package from Hex and your certificate of authenticity, which I love. This, and it's, you know, comes in this nice plastic laminate, minus number 756 out of 800. I actually thought they made less than that, but who cares? This is so cool. Beautiful art print book, similar to how XM used to do theirs, but they don't anymore. But yeah, really nice quality cardstock. Your assembly guide. Yeah, this is really cool, man. Look at how big this art print is. I mean, this is a good 24 by 36 possibly, with a mat, so if you put a frame in it, it's actually going to be really cool to hang up. 756 of 800. Oh, really nice portrait of Sasuke. Here we have one of Sasuke's portraits. This is a screaming portrait. You've got the Mangekyo Sharingan just painted on, and the Kekkei Genkai. And he's got blood streaming down his face. I'm not a fan of the hair texture. I think they could have done a little bit better. But I tell you what, at retail, completely fine. This is the other portrait. I'm actually surprised. I want to say I thought I remember a Rinnegan, but maybe not. More Amaterasu flame pieces. And flame piece. Oh yeah. Flaming Susano sword. Look at resin. Oh, love it. Part of the big rock, a rock piece, part of the base. The Amaterasu flame. This is a really nice body sculpt of Sasuke. Nice dynamic pose. Uchiha symbol in the back. And the rope front of his for the front of his body. Alright guys, we're going to move to assembly because that is a really big base set I don't want to deal with, and I got to be really careful how I unpack that because those are the two arms and one of them is a really big Chidori that's probably super fragile, hence all of the foam surrounding it. So I just want to make sure I'm careful with that. We'll go straight into assembly, guys. This is a nice big heavy base, which you need because you're supporting that much stuff on it. Really cool base on the underside. It's got a nice rubber padding. You've got the Sasuke Uchiha and the addition size. This rock base part has a green key in it. This is a flame effect with a green flame effect. Beautiful, magnetized really well. Blue key to blue keys, color coded. Really nice how the flames build to the back and up around, and the Susano-O is going to come up. It's got a very nice composition. Whoever did this in ZBrush in 3D did a really good job. there's a good little bit of wiggle because you still have to put the main body on top and join it. Just match the groove of the flame to the rock. Be very careful when you lower the body, and the angle has to be just right, and you have to connect it to the arm. Once it's in though, there is no wiggle, which is good, but you still kind of have to be really careful the way you angle this in so that it sits in and then you don't scratch the paint on this on the way. I took that piece out just so I would have a bit of room to see what I'm doing. Okay, this yellow key goes on the inside of that, and you actually have to go through the body this way to get it in. Kind of a pain in the butt and impossible to see, but yeah, it goes through like that. But as an effect though, that looks freaking gorgeous. Amaterasu with broken rock. That's amazing. Pegs into it. Oh, and it goes in really nice. You have to get the sword in from between the elbow. Portrait first. They did a really beautiful job with how this keys in, and you can barely see because of the way they painted it where the peg is all the way in. I do worry a little. I mean, it's solid, but just because of this, how wide this arm is, this joint, I mean, it's in there pretty deep, and you cannot see it from afar just because of the way it blends with the light. Because he's holding the sword, I'm a little bit worried. And lastly, the amazing Chidori. Look at this thing. I have to say they did a phenomenal job packing it up with sponge and everything to make sure that it arrives to you intact. But I don't know if I'll ever be able to put this in the box the same way and package it as cleanly if I ever have to move. Alright, that was flimsy, but it keyed in really nice. They give you a bus stand so you can house the extra switch out. Thoroughly impressed how amazingly well done, from the gradient of the Amaterasu flames with the rock going into just how they painted the muscles, the skeleton, you can see the sinew, the almost see the dermis layer. I worry about this long term because of this. There's no steel rod in between, so it's just resin holding this up. It's not super heavy, but you know, it shouldn't wobble like that. This Chidori is gorgeous as hell. I don't think I could ever pack it as nicely foam packed the way they packed it in the box. So moving is going to be consideration. You want to take off all the fragile parts before you situate your statue. So don't be trying to move this with, you know, with these things. Like, I would take this on off, take this off. One thing I did forget to mention, that this piece is actually painted by Titanin, who I'm a big fan of her work, and I didn't know she did all of the HEX Collectibles line. So I was really excited that I found this piece, even more so that this was painted by her. She painted the prototype, of course. I'm not going to talk too much. Let's just let the videos do the talking. Alright, I'm Payne with Payne Collectibles. Toss a like, subscribe, tell me to go away, however you want to do it. Thank you guys for watching. HEX Sasuke, I am Payne. We'll see you next time.